study and reflection on the higher. That is the most important thing you'll do for your day, for yourself, and for those around you. We back with another daily reflection on the Daily Vedantic, and today's episode is on the most important work we do. It is the most important work we do for ourselves and the most important work we do for others. And that is, put simply, the work that we do on ourselves. And this can be so counter to our intuition on how, especially how to help others. I'm going to say it again. The most important work we do for others is the work that we do on ourselves. What does this mean? Well, the Gita talks about the 5 ways in which we can help another and ranks them from least helpful to most helpful. The least helpful is to give financial assistance. You see someone down on their luck, you give them $5. That is helpful, but it's the least helpful. Next is giving them your physical presence. Maybe it is helping them, instead of money for the bus, you actually give them a ride. You walk them to where they're going. Your physical presence, your hands, your muscles can help, and that's even more helpful than just financial assistance. Because ultimately, how they're even going to spend that money if they're trying to get across town is going to be someone, perhaps someone else, driving them there. They're going to trade that money for that physical presence of someone that can help them get them where they're going. To continue this example out, what is the third, even more helpful way than just giving money or your physical presence? It's your emotional presence. Getting there to understand why they're even trying to go where they want to go. Putting yourself in their shoes, feeling what they're feeling. Maybe it is a friend that's dealing with grief or loss. Being there physically is helpful. Maybe even helping them with an unexpected expense tied to that loss is helpful. But emotionally understanding what they're going through, being there for them emotionally, that's even more helpful. What's even more helpful than that? As outlined by Vedanta, the fourth and even more helpful thing that you can do for that person would be to help them with wisdom. You can and should do those other things as well, but what's even more helpful than just being with them emotionally, grabbing that drink with them as they go through loss, and then a second drink and a third drink, and being with them emotionally would be to provide them perhaps with wisdom. Maybe it's saying, yeah, that's fine, have a drink. Let's go share a drink together. But let's not obliterate our sleep, obliterate our health, start off the day tomorrow worse than we are tonight. And that is a bit of wisdom that you're adding into the equation for them to get through their grief or their loss. But what's even more helpful than that? The most important work we do for others, and obviously for ourselves, is the work we do on ourselves. That cultivation of wisdom within ourselves, that is what allows you to share that wisdom with others. Swami will say this often, that the only time that matters the entire day, really the only thing that matters in the entire day, is what you do from 4 to 6 a.m. What you do to start your day. And if you're not at that level where it's not before 6 a.m. and it needs to be at 7 a.m., 8:30, whatever that level is for you, where you start your day cultivating wisdom within yourself, whether it's reading St. Augustine or whether it's reading Vedanta Treatise, which is the book that started it all for me, whether it is reflecting on a paragraph or a quote, but starting your day with study and reflection on the higher. That is the most important thing you'll do for your day, for yourself, and for those around you. Cultivating that wisdom, learning the game, is what allows you to share that wisdom with others so that they can better learn the game. It's what allows you to then know emotionally, okay, this is what someone might be going through, and this is how I can help navigate them through it. Physically, all right, I'm there with them, and I know actually how to do what we need to do to get where we're going. And then financially, I know how to give financially in the way that will have the optimal impact on the person that I'm trying to help. Maybe it's not $5 to every impoverished person you see on the street, and instead it's $500 to a food bank that can make that $500 go far, far further than 100 people with $5 in their pocket. Instead of feeding 100, maybe it feeds 150. But that all ladders up to the wisdom that you've cultivated within yourself. And each rung of the ladder all leads up to this culmination, this articulation, and this specific point. The most important work we do for others is the work that we do on ourselves. That is today's reflection on the Daily Vedantic. We'll see you next time.